bitch, you tripping. Um, all of y'all are parents, but me, and not to be offensive, but all of y'all have potential to for y'all kids to have step parents at this current moment. You know what I'm saying? Um, for Puff, it would be like another dad. For the women, it would be another mom. But do you feel like if your kid was to call the step parent mom or dad, do you feel like that would be a loss to you?
What you mean?
No.
Like Puff, if you were with your kid, just an example, right? Just an example. If you was with your kid, and
Uh,
let's just hypothetically, your kid is telling a story about, when your kid is at home with the mom and they refer to her boyfriend as dad, right? Like dad did this, and they're
yeah,
not
that's
talking about
yeah,
you.
yeah. Nah,
If
that's
your
Okay,
kid is
okay,
referring to the other parent as dad,
okay.
or for the women, if your kid was referring to the step parent as mom, would y'all feel like that y'all took a loss in that?
hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, mom,
Your kids ain't supposed to call nobody else that shit.
the mom.
Think about it. I see Judy. I see Judy thinking about it. I'm just asking.
Nah, Mo,
Because y'all have kids at different ages, right? Y'all have kids at different ages. Y'all could have step parents at different times in the kid's life, right? So I'm just asking y'all, do y'all think there's no situation where y'all wouldn't look at it as
you say
y'all?
that? Nah, fuck no, it ain't no shit. Nah,
Mhm.
hell nah.
I I feel cause like it need to be separated. Like I have a stepmom, and I always make sure that it be known that she's my bonus mom or my stepmom, and my mom, my biological mom, is my mom. Like it would never be a situation where it's confusion between who the mother is. Like I would want that to be clear. Like okay, stepmom, I ain't really tripping off, but mom, I don't really like that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's
Uh
true.
uh
Yeah,
do
that's
you
true.
call your stepmother like mom? Do you say mom or do you say stepmom? Or you say her
I just
name?
her. I say her nickname, so I call her Tiff. But like when I address her, I'm like, "That's my stepmom or my bonus mom." You know what I'm saying? Like people ask who that is. That's my stepmom. But
I
how I
got
address her
stepmom.
is Tiff. You know what I'm saying? Her nickname.
I call
Hmm.
mine Mama Barbara. Mama Barbara. That's how her drink go. Mama Barbara and shit. Or I'd be like stepmama Barbara and shit. I would never just call her mama.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like that.
Yeah, it need to
Yeah,
be clear. You know.
yeah, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, you gotta remember she's an older woman, so I'm still gonna be respectful to the fact that she's an older woman. It's not even the fact that she's married to my dad. It's the fact that she's a 50-something-year-old woman. So I'm calling her Mama Barbara and shit. But it's yeah, I'm not
Mm.
calling her mother. You feel me?
I kind of,
Um,
okay. I look at it as like, I think things play a factor in it being disrespectful. I think a kid's age may play a factor. How long
hmm
somebody was around with that kid age being a factor, and like being in public may be a factor of like a kid referring to somebody as mom or dad that's their step parent without like them without it being based off of what you did, like what you didn't do in their life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't feel that way. Y'all don't think there's like room for that.
Yeah,
And
if you like your step your life all of your life, and you've been around me, respectful, then like parent.
Oh no.
No, I just feel like
It's
it's okay to have, like Trina said, like a bonus dad or a bonus mom or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm your mother. Like I don't think you should be calling nobody else mom.
I'm just asking. So, I I've been around my stepmom for a long time. Um, when it took me a long time to call my stepmom mom, I feel like one of the things that kind of made me start to call my stepmom mom was realizing how much she did to me and not wanting nobody to have something to say about my family that
Hmm.
wasn't important enough to me to explain this is my stepmom, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like if we was going to dinner with our coworkers, like they would celebrate something, I would call her mom, right? Because it's like it's not even necessary for me to call her my stepmom. It's not necessarily me explain it or like graduation, right? Like I had about 3 friends that knew she was my stepmom. But like for niggas that I wasn't cool with, like it's my mom, right? There's no need for me to explain or give people room to talk about her. But she's been around, I think, since I was like 6 or something, right? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it took
Yeah,
me
my
to like
stepmom been around too. Yeah.
probably like ninth or 10th grade to call her my stepmom, but it was more so the setting mattered, you know what I mean, for when I
Hmm.
did it. And I don't think it was a loss to my mother. I think it was more of like what was going on around, who was we was around, the nature of like I'm not gonna give nobody room to talk shit and be like, oh, he calls her this or he refers to her this and this and the third, or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
So I'm just asking, like, you know what I mean, maybe how y'all look at it, maybe if there's scenarios y'all feel like where it wouldn't be a loss, but I definitely understand y'all feeling like it could be a loss, like maybe you weren't doing what you were supposed to do for your kid to do that.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But okay.
I don't
Um,
think it's a loss. I mean, I always think it's a bonus to have somebody who
Hmm. Hmm.
loves your kid. You know, like, but at the
It's a
same
different.
time, it's boundaries. Like,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna tell you like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But at the same time, it's boundaries. Like, I'm his mom and you are our
Hmm.
bonus person. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like not no less disrespect, but it's just like
Hmm.
you need to understand, like, because if you had your own kids, you wouldn't want nobody to just
Yeah.
come in and be like, oh, I'm mom now, or oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Like
dad now.
ultimately, it's
Like,
like you don't want nobody's toes to be stepped on. Like it's still it should be clear all around the board. Like what it
right.
is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a feeling, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're an active parent. You ain't gonna that doesn't feel good, you know.
Hey yo,
yeah, I think it's probably a little different for men and women as far as like I can't really see a man not looking at that as a loss, regardless of anything
Hmm.
or whatever's going on. I feel like a man's
But I don't think
hey,
that
yo,
would
that's
make
what I was
me
about to say.
feel less
I
than a
cut
parent.
myself off because I wanted her to finish what she was saying.
yeah,
As a man, you don't want to hear no other man being called father or dad by your kid. I don't give a fuck. Cause look, at the end of the day, you gotta remember, you don't want that other man around your kid. That wasn't your plan to begin with. You and the mother didn't work out. If everything was going the way it was supposed to be, you will still be the only person, only man in the same household as that kid. So,
Yeah.
hell no. It's not that. It's nah. That's not a feeling nobody want for real.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good feeling.
mm, okay, okay. Um,
Hey, I know we on the pod. Why this nigga duck? Why this nigga duck? Engine just flooded at the
this nigga Puff boy, he ain't shit, nigga. He ain't shit.